Oh, totally. Be like, hey, Ryan. Yeah, no, and it can be kind of fun like that.
Yeah, because remember that Tom Ferry, when he was interviewing the therapist, he had to ask his guy to come over and help him to do the call-ins and call-outs.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's very normal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got this. You're going to do great.
I know you. You're going to do great. We're all going to do great. Well, hello there, friend.
Hi, Austin.
Hi, welcome to the Hidden Home Show.
Excellent.
Folks, we have Heidi Rendina here with us of Fierce Grace Wellness. We're going to read some stats about what she's been doing in her life. Basically, she started Fierce Grace Wellness and Cell to Soul. This was a legally established business in 2019. It has been growing ever since, and she is the owner and operator. She's also nationally board certified health and wellness coach, an ACE American Council of Exercise Certified Personal Trainer, and ACE American Council of Exercise Certified Nutrition Coach. That's a mouthful.
You did
good
great.
stuff. It sounds like you have all kinds of stats going for you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, welcome. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. This segment, this segment we have going on right now this year for 2022 at the Hidden Home Show is bringing business professionals from the Flathead Valley, Kalispell, specifically where you are located, just kind of talking to people about what their goals are for 2022 and how they use that in their business. So there's going to be quite a onslaught of different questions I'm going to ask you, but don't worry, the pressure's not that hot.
Okay.
Anyway, wanted to kind of touch base about a few things you have going on with your business, the community around you.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the beginning, the origin story, where Fierce Grace Wellness came from. I guess that can be two questions in one.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to kind of let you fire off and we can go from there.
Absolutely, Austin. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you
Welcome.
for having me. Fierce Grace Wellness was founded 2019. It really started taking off, during the pandemic. Had the opportunity to really give it a lot of gas and go. And with that, here we are. And the basis of Fierce Grace Wellness is to be able to meet people where they're at and help them to be the best version of themselves, to thrive and to have well-being in all facets of life. So there's a lot of different dimensions of being a human being here on planet Earth. And so we get to work with that and just have people soar. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I know you have helped me soar a bit because you're my coach.
Yep.
And I know we're talking about that because it's close to home. But I love that. I love that that every single person is their own. Well, they're human beings, but they're also having a crazy human experience.
Yes.
And I kind of look at that because wellness is it's so many different levels, and it doesn't just mean I'm going to the gym and working out all the time.
Right.
It's that it's a spiritual condition as well.
Absolutely.
It also comes down to the fact that it's a well-rounded, how's my emotions?
Yeah.
In
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. Ooh,
yeah.
that's cool. I like that.
Coping skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Self-regulation.
And so you help with all of that.
Absolutely. Yes. As a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, I also am have a national providers number. So I am able to bill some of my services to insurance. And so with that, it's one of the highest accreditations in the coaching arena. And it's really, it began by Margaret Moore, wellness coaching school did. And she's just an icon. She's absolutely fabulous, amazing woman. And her whole mission is to help people to be the best versions of themselves. Because a lot of people are struggling out there with dis-ease, be it, and sometimes we just don't know. We don't know what we don't know, right? And we go to our medical doctors for help. And a lot of times they might have the best of what they can do, but sometimes they just put a Band-Aid on something that's a lot deeper. For us to be, as a society, continuing to grow and having over 70% of our nation at an obese rate, we've got some trouble. We've got some big trouble. And that obesity causes inflammation, type 2 diabetes, heart attacks, depression. It's lots of onslaught. So I work with all kinds of people, but that's kind of where the basis really started from, is helping people to recognize some of their choices and behaviors to what got them there, and then how to work with that and make some remedies, some different changes, because nobody, I don't believe, wants to be suffering or to be, I don't want to have extra weight on me, or, there are places where I had been where in pain, didn't want to be there. So sometimes I would reach out to doctors, but the solution wasn't really in a pill.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
It wasn't
well,
in a
been there.
pill, and it wasn't in a pill bottle, and it wasn't there at all. So working with a health and wellness coach, we work with our own true self, and we go ahead and make some choices. And it's not all at once. It's one step at a time, one bite of the apple at a time, and we get there. So a lot of us start right here, and we're like, yeah, I'm going to get this goal. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to get ripped, and my family life is going to be great. I'm going to make a lot of money and go on vacation, right? Things like that. Here's the thing. By making that decision, guess what happens? That whole hit of dopamine just comes to our brain, and we're like, yeah. But then here's the thing. Reality hits, and we go from here to where the goal is, and it's like a big ball of yarn explodes in front of us. And it's like, now I got to navigate this, right? Because that's life. Life dishes. Things happen. The water heater breaks, the car breaks down, a kid breaks an ankle. I don't know. Life dishes. And how do we cope and regulate with that to keep up with our workouts, to continue to do the non-negotiables for our health so we can show up fit, healthy, and well, so that we can be joyous and free, and then be more of a productive human being in society, so we can be of light to others and just be well. So that's kind of a little bit about Fierce Grace Wellness.
No, that's that's a lot. My gosh. And the thing is, it reigns so true. Cause like I said, we've been working together, for quite some time. And I remember, it started off with wellness coaching, and then you got these beautiful accreditations. And so we're able to start doing personal training.
Yeah.
And I will just share to everyone in the stratosphere here that I feel like there's some things I do great at and some things I don't. And Miss Heidi really wants to get me off of the sugar problem that I have, as well as the cheeseburger problem I have. It doesn't mean that I don't like to do endurance workouts and really like to work out 4 or 5 days a week. It's just I'm missing that one piece. And so even though my life seems very
Mm-hmm.
well-rounded, there is that missing thing that I go to. And for me personally, what I hear is that I have problems with emotional eating. And it's that whole thing of what just happened. I'm driving down the road and everything's fine. And then all of a sudden I get a call, and I'm a real estate agent. So I get a call and maybe a deal falls through, or there's someone that doesn't like an inspection report or something like that. And my hands immediately go for I don't know, the Sour Patch Kids or whatever it is, the chips or whatever it is in my seat. And I don't even realize I'm doing it because it's so ingrained in me. And so that's the thing that I know you and I are working on, but I'm also, you're butting up against the wall with me. And we talk about this literally almost every day. Talked about it this morning. And it's something that's a constant progression and a constant work, because food, for me at least, is one of those things that, like I said, I go towards, but it's also something you eat every day. And you have to eat to survive.
Oh yeah.
So that's a big thing, at least for myself. And sitting back and realizing those correlations and trying to change those neural pathways is what we're talking about, is how do you change that and how do you overcome it, or even try it once, right? So anyway.
Well said, Austin. Well said.
So thank you for sticking with me.
Absolutely, you're
throughout
doing
it,
great.
But
keep at it. Change is not easy. If it was, everybody would be there. Everybody would do it. But it's not easy, it's not fighting through those places where feelings and emotions, emotions are in the body. They actually can be attached to our DNA. That's where that disease comes in. That's lifestyle medicine. So if something's chronic stress, chronic anger, chronic ways that are of emotions that are resonating in our body, that's what the cell to soul part of this company is about. Because every cell in our body, every 60 trillion cells hears what we're saying. It feels what we're doing. And if the vibration, because everything is energy. And if we're bringing in, waves over and over a time of negativity and shame talk to ourselves and worry and doubt and judgment and criticism, those cells, this body is hearing it. And it's not okay. And it's sad and it's worn out and it's tired. And it's fine. And it gives up. And we have dis-ease because we keep doing the same thing over and over again. And it's easier to have sugar than actually deal with what we need to deal with. And sometimes it's not even anything. It's just not doing it. Just not doing it.
That's true.
So yeah, so a cell to soul practice, that's what that's about. Because everything we do matters. How we talk to ourselves, how we treat ourselves. Because there's higher levels of truth and there's falsehoods. And the lowest vibration that we can live in as human beings is shame. So if we set out a goal to do something, oh, I'm not going to eat that, and then we do it and we shame ourselves, we've just pulled the rug out from underneath ourselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when I'm eating the pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream in bed and I'm just like crying. Anyway, that's happened before. I don't know if the tears have actually fallen, but I get that because it's like, I'll go through like an entire day. And I'll be like, I did really great. I deserve this, or whatever. And it's
right. And you could catch yourself there because we don't deserve anything. We don't deserve anything. We have oxygen that we get to breathe. We have eyes that work. We have a mouth that can be used, hands and feet. We don't deserve anything. You could earn it. You can make a choice to do it. You could calculate that ice cream to be part of your macros in the day and have that be part of your world, no problem. But there's nothing we deserve, so we don't deserve to sit.
God, it sounds like is it 7:30 in the morning again? And we're really like literally sitting here training right now? It's too funny.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
Because you can't out-train a bad diet. You just can't. I've tried it. I've climbed my mountains with my disordered eating and all that stuff. And it's no fun. And it doesn't get easier as you get older.
That's well said.
Yeah.
Well said. I did turn 40 this year.
You did turn 40.
And I have a grandson now.
Woo!
I know, right?
Yeah, way to go.
Well, if I want to live for him, then I should probably continue to make changes, but also not shame myself for maybe making any of those bad decisions down the road, right?
Just be kind to yourself. We can come to ourselves with a kind, leading, still, reassuring voice like, hey, what's going on here? Is this what you want to do, really? All right. Well, if you do, sure. Just be accountable for it. Make that part of your calories, your macros for the day. And that's fine. It's when we abandon ourselves. It's when we abandon ourselves in those things that then we're just not doing so. We're not well. We're in dis-ease. Yeah.
No, well said. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go on to another. Let's go on to another little question.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess who or what inspires you in your business?
Oh, Austin, I love it. I love that you asked this question. I really appreciate it. And I thought about that today. I had to say my family inspires me. My husband inspires me. My children inspires me. You inspire me. All humans inspire me. This is a lot to be human, but to be present as a team, as a family, working towards being our best. They really inspire me. Yeah, I've seen my husband do things as far as and where he's come from and who he is today is an absolutely miraculous. And I'm just so in awe of it. My kids, oh my gosh, what they have accomplished and who they are and what they're doing is absolutely awesome. So they inspire me daily. My clients inspire me. Some of my clients are night shift workers. Some of them.
It's going to be hard.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like there is no way to hack the circadian rhythm, but we're doing it. And so like nurses that do the night shift, ouch. I mean, that is just so hard on them. And nursing, me being a health and wellness coach previously to the hospital, saw that obesity rate and that fallout with burnout and stress was 75%.
Well, because you're dealing with people in the healthcare profession.
Healthcare
that
profession
should be showing and exemplifying that.
Yeah, I know.
But it's literally impossible if you're talking about circadian rhythm, meaning basically talking about sleep cycles, right?
Yeah, that and their stress levels, the burnout, because it becomes very codependent if we don't have those coping skills to be giving to someone all the time and not taking care of ourselves. So then we find relief in food or gambling or, all those different things that can come in because you can numb out in them. So, and it's just, we really, working with Fierce Grace Wellness, we're going to get to the crux of it. We're going to get to the root. We're going to let it be here and it's okay. We get to acknowledge, validate, and show care and concern to ourselves and we move on. We get better. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Tell me, I do know that your son, Jake, at least right now, because we've been talking a lot about his powerlifting and all that stuff too. So, I know that all your kids are very inspiring. However, there's been a big thing that's happened recently for him specifically.
Yes.
And so give me just a little rundown because I know you were a big part just at least the growing of him,
Mm-hmm.
literally, because he's
Yeah.
like this beast of
Yeah.
muscle, like
Jake.
Jake Rendina,
Yeah.
and I see that, and it's kind of cool to see that inspiring thing, but also within the family.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's going on with
I
him? Maybe
appreciate
just
that,
brief
Jake. Yeah.
synopsis.
So
Yeah.
so Jake is 18 now, and he is the first boy from Montana, young man, to go play football at West Point on a full ride scholarship. So that's pretty incredible. And he is ranked number. He'll get angry with me if I don't say this correctly. So I should put a disclaimer. But this is a happy mom. So nationally ranked, world ranked for his lifts at 17 at the 220 weight, for deadlift at 606. A squat of 562 and a pause bench of 368. Yeah. So it was pretty fabulous and amazing. And to back that up, the question that you were asking of what that was like to get him to there is he showed up really well in his athleticism at a young age. But as being a mom of 3 children, I want to share something watching all 3 different individuals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my oldest son, Brendan, he has an innate athletic ability. He could pick up a tennis racket and be fabulous at tennis, a golf, ski. I've seen him do things, skateboard, that I'm just like, what? This is like Olympic material. Jake had to work for it, and he had a passion and a drive. My oldest, he was just like gifted.
Yeah.
Jake has had to work at it, and he's had a few physical things to overcome. And when Grady Bennett of the Glacier Wolfpack pulled him up his freshman year to play a varsity football game, he was maybe 160 pounds going up against 268 linemen. And so I was already a wellness coach. Fitness and health and wellness has always been part of my life to be who I am. I absolutely love it. It makes absolute sense to me to understand how the human body works, how our brain works, and what we need. And so I sat, because my husband and I held our hands during that game and said, "Dear God, do not let this boy into this game," because we didn't want to see him get crushed like a pancake. And so
60 pounds.
I know, right?
Oh
Over against 100 pounds. So we went ahead and just sat with him and talked with him, like, "Do you really want this?" And he's like, "Yeah." We're all right. Well, for you to do that, you're going to need to put on some muscle, at least 40 pounds. And so we did an in-body. Fierce Grace Wellness has an in-body 570. It's a total machine that gives you a scan of exactly what you're made of.
Okay.
So you'll know what your skeletal muscle mass is. You'll know your percentage of body fat, your BMI. You'll know what your basal metabolic rate is. So I did that with Jake. And then I said, all right, to go to town here, to build this amount of muscle, you'll need to eat, let's say, 300 grams of carbs a day. You're going to need 280 grams of protein. You're just going to need as much fat as you can go, and you're going to need to eat at least 3,000 calories a day to build this amount of muscle. And these are your workouts. So he fought a little bit at first, but within about a month's time, because he had a 6-pack. And once you start eating those carbs, you don't see those as much. But once he turned the dial and switched the flip the switch, he went for it. And he just worked out so hard. Him and his dad did a lot of workouts together. They trained together. Kevin really gave him some excellent coaching in the early years as far as what it takes to have proper form and all those different things. So he did it. The one thing about that child is he's very reasonable. So he gets information and he can apply it and do it. And so from there, he just took off. Then it's been all him. He is grinded beyond grinded for this. And he's acquired other professionals to help him along the way that are here in the community that have helped him immensely. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
No, thank you for sharing that. I know that's been kind of a big thing in life right now. So
yeah.
Well, let's segue into kind of goals and some of your goals. I mean, just goals, I would say, for 2022.
Yeah.
Personal, professional, and maybe a little bit about the community. And then I'm going to probably put you on the spot at one point too.
Excellent.
That's a disclaimer, spoiler alert.
All right.
So, what's going on in your personal life for goals?
I thought about this a little bit too, Austin. Personally, I'm 48. So I see 50 coming up as a victory. I see 50 coming up as I'm heading to Fiji. I'm getting there looking absolutely fine in a bikini, having the best time doing. I would love to be certified deep sea, diver, like to be able to do the one with the tank on and everything like that. So we have a great place here. And so that's one of my, I think that's a great goal I have going on, to continue to build my business, to help all my clients and to just really grow. Fierce Grace Wellness has a workplace wellness program, and I've now got 2 companies that I'm working with, and it looks like maybe a couple more. And so I'm really excited to implement some challenges and put those together I had a great conversation with a national company today on how to
Nice.
do some more marketing and really get out there to the world more. Because a lot of the things we can do now with Zoom, and we can do online training, online coaching, and we can reach the masses and really get them set up for success.
Hmm.
So that's some of my goals. I had shoulder surgery as late, so I haven't been able to lift as much. But once this thing is ready to go, I'm just going to break out and just get ripped.
There you go. Well, and I heard you say something too that's pretty awesome about this is that even like personal training and
Yeah.
wellness coaching has gone either via Zoom or
Mm-hmm.
digital.
Yes.
And that's been a really interesting thing that's happened in the past couple of years is
Mm-hmm.
how that businesses are able to expand and thrive,
Mm-hmm.
and people are able to do stuff from the comfort of their own home or
Yeah.
their own personal gyms or whatever it is. And I know
Absolutely.
that's been a little bit of part of your business recently too, and
Mm-hmm.
you've been able to. What's the farthest away that you have a client?
The Netherlands.
Really?
The Netherlands. Yes.
Oh,
She
I didn't
found
know
me
that.
through social media. So I think there was an 8-hour difference, and we would set it up and do our coaching sessions via Zoom. Currently, I have handfuls of clients in LA, Texas, Arizona, and a good amount here in the Valley, which I'm really super grateful for.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
So,
some local companies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of what I was segueing into too. So
Yeah.
we were talking this morning, and I know that last year we started a Keller Williams Spartan race team.
Yes.
And that was kind of fun. And I know you and
Yes.
I talked about it a little bit before, but we
Yeah.
kind of got that going. And Keller Williams actually sponsored, and we were sponsoring a nonprofit, which was Undaunted Family Connections at the time.
Excellent.
And I believe altogether, I think there was like 5 or 6 people on our team. However, I'm on the ALC for Keller Williams as well.
Okay.
And we were talking about getting another Spartan race team and kind of exploding it and making it
Mm-hmm.
bigger.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I know someone, and it's like 2 months out. Well, sorry, it's like 2 months and a week until the
Yeah.
Spartan race. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, how much time do you think someone would need to prepare for, let's say, a Spartan sprint, which is about it's a 5K.
Yeah.
So about 3.5
Yeah.
miles. There's going to be about 15 or 20 obstacles in that Spartan race.
Yes.
Is it possible to train?
100%.
It is.
It is, absolutely. So one of the things that I have a program for is Couch to 5K. And how do you go from being sedentary to running a 5K?
Oh.
And it's absolutely doable. So you get up, you get your appropriate socks and shoes, your appropriate workout attire,
Mhm.
and you start going and you do it. And so, and you
Wow.
do it day, and then you do it the next day, and then you do it the next day, and then you do it the next day. And then when you're there, you're ready to do it, and you go and you do it.
sounds like eating an elephant very slowly.
Yeah, and then we just put the training regimen in. Yeah, so you're going to need to work on some upper body strength, some lower body strength, a little bit of conditioning, and a little bit of running along the way. So if you have never done any running at all before, get up, get going, start walking. Then do this is what I do. You walk for 1 minute, you run for 1 minute. You walk for 1 minute, you run for 1 minute, and then you got a mile done. Okay, the next day you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to go for 1.5 miles, and you just start. And then the first week you go ahead and stay there for 2 miles. And then the next week, we're going to bring it up to 2.5 miles. And the next week, we're going to bring it up to 3 miles. Walk, run, walk, run. And then eventually, we'll go walk 1 minute, run 2 minutes.
Yep.
Walk 1 minute, run 3 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
it is amazing to see that progression when you're actually consistent. And I think a lot of that, what I'm hearing out of you and what we've talked about before is just, it's the same thing in everything of achieving something is that consistency.
Yes.
It's not like you're going to go to the gym and just work out for 6 hours and suddenly you're going to have 6-pack abs
No.
and you're going to be able to run a Spartan race, right?
No.
It does take time, and it's one of the least rewarding but longevity rewarding things
Absolutely.
ever.
Yeah.
Is what I found in it, because I've
Yeah.
been in great shape before and gained a little bit more over the past few years, but still trying to stay in shape. So it's an ongoing battle, really. It's
Absolutely.
not a battle. It's an ongoing growth, right?
Yeah.
So
Well said, Austin. And that is that consistent, persistent effort. And in the first 10 minutes of any exercise for any person, be it an athlete, be it anyone, it's going to hurt. It's like peeling off a Band-Aid. Our system has to get up. Like when we go to start a car, you got to give it a minute to warm up. It isn't just like from here to here, like go. It takes a while for it to get us up and going, getting the synovial fluid going in the joints, getting the heart rate up, get it to a steady state, and then we go. So if you kind of just talk to yourself, and a lot of people start to panic and get anxious when they start feeling their heart rate going, the sweat starts to come, and they get a little freaked out. But it's all right. It's all good. It's good to sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it. So, well, that I mean, that kind of segues into that. I think we need to talk to Mr. Justin Mecha and Chris Frazier about possibly sponsoring another Spartan Race team, and
Absolutely.
possibly having you come talk to some people in our brokerage to
Okay.
maybe help some of those people that are even on our brokerage,
Okay.
or anyone else that
Absolutely.
needs help, training
Yeah.
for it. So
Because you had talked about what's up for the community, and Fierce Grace Wellness has some sights set, some visions to help this community to be well. And so this summer, I'm hoping we can. One thing we already did, Jake and I was able through the Sweat House here, which is the old Flathead Health and Fitness.
mhm,
Yes, is now Sweat House between the post office and the VFW there by Tim and Lindy Price. We did a deadlifting clinic for free. So we taught people the proper form on how to deadlift. So that was just done of recent. There's more of those to come, but I would like to this summer to be able to go down to the local park next to the historical school there
mhm.
downtown and do a health fair where we can go
Nice.
around and touch all aspects of health and wellness, do some really fun games, some prizes, some contests, some winners, some good stuff, and in bodies. I usually
Yeah.
charge $40 for an in body. I'll discount it. We'll charge half.
There you go. So she said it here. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
yeah, so we can do it. So that's some of the things I'd love to get back to the community. And more will come because I'm here, I'm alive, I'm awake. I want people to, break the chains that hold them down, to let go and soar. So, but keep going. Don't ask me more.
I'm gonna ask you. Well, I was gonna say, like, so. I mean, what's your favorite dessert?
Oh gosh, anything chocolate. I love chocolate. I do love chocolate. But honey too is my nemesis. There's no honey in the house right now because I
Hmm.
have to get rid of it.
Well, you think that'd be like a healthier version of sugar?
Yeah, it's still sugar
It's
though.
got a lot of calories, huh?
Well, it's sugar, so it's just
Still
pure carb sugar, but it's
delicious.
still delicious. So honey with peanut butter and chocolate chips,
Oh, there you go.
yum. So yeah, I do enjoy cooking and baking and just there's a lot of healthy alternatives. So I feel like one of the gifts that a person can give themselves, I know for me personally, is to give myself the time to plan, to prep and prepare. So if I like to have like something like at night,
Mm-hmm.
like when I'm finally just like everything is done, I can go sit down for 30 minutes to an hour to watch one of my shows or something and have something. I'll find a healthy alternative, or I'll make like a healthy little muffin or cookie, or I'll find like there's an avocado ice cream that you can have like half a cup that is 170 calories, and it's satisfying and tastes good. So those are some of the things I do to still have a little bit of excitement. But there's some days where all it's all out the window.
It's like Krispy Kreme and Reese's peanut butter cups, and no,
No,
probably not. No,
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 Krispy
no, not
Kreme.
you.
Maybe I've had two in my life. I've had maybe two. But I like an old fashioned donut here and there every once in a while. I find the alternative, those Justin peanut butter cups that you can
Which you
find.
brought us.
Yes, what I brought you. Are really good. Hmm
Well,
I
thank you.
love. Okay, going to the movie, you get your tub of popcorn,
Hmm.
right? You take the frozen junior mints, you put them in the popcorn, you shake it up, and you get your Diet Coke, which really is not good for you because it has that, what is it, fentanyl or something?
Aspartame.
Aspartame.
Fentanyl?
I'm sorry.
Fentanyl?
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
What's it starts with a P?
That's great.
It hurts my stomach, but you know what? You take a handful of hot buttery popcorn with frozen junior mints, put it in your mouth,
Oh
and
man.
a sip of Diet Coke. Man, so good.
Oh. All right. Since we've been talking about health and wellness, that was a segue into the human addiction of sugar.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's all good. Well, Heidi, thank you so much for all your inspiring words, but also kind of clarifying a lot of things. Thank you for helping me in my journey. I appreciate that.
Thank
I
you
know,
for trusting me.
I know that you. I know that you're gonna be able to help a lot more people a lot more people down
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
The question is, how do we find you?
Absolutely. Thank you, Austin. My website is fiercegracecoaching.com.
Okay.
My phone number is 406-261-2534. Instagram is Fierce Grace Wellness. Okay.
Yep.
My Facebook is Fierce Grace Wellness. My personal Facebook is Heidi Love Rendina.
So, and we see content, because I mean, I always see things
Yeah.
scroll
I'm
across
always,
my
yeah.
feed,
Yeah.
like workouts and all that fun stuff
Yeah,
too. So
there's more to come. I am just looking to I'm evolving. I'm just like I'm new to some of the social media things. So I'm doing the best where I am, and I'm just going to keep at it. So it's really about me being a real human being and showing other human beings what it takes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's about it. It's really good. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being number 2 on the
Wow.
on the number 2 podcast.
Thank you.
You're at the ground
Way to
ground
go,
level
Austin.
of what's going on with Hidden Homes
Yes.
and the Hidden Homes show. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel. There's going to be
Yes.
more to come. Roughly once a month. It could turn into something more than that. We don't know.
Okay.
However, we'd love for you to subscribe on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
You can also catch me on my website, www.hiddenhomesmontana.com, and also follow myself on Hidden Homes Montana. I think that's Hidden Homes Montana LLC on Instagram. So,
Okay.
other than that, thank you very much once again. And do you want to press the mushroom?
Yes.
Hidden Home Show over and out. Nice job.
Good job.
Good job.
Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
You're so inspiring, you guys. I love it.
I'm gonna let it keep recording because I like all the.
Just keeps going. He's like, yeah, we did it.
Way to go.
That actually turned out really well.